Hi everyone, it's Mr. Bassard and I'm here with your lesson of the day. Today we're going to talk about a concept called Itchka-Botchka, which is a warrior mindset that I learned from my teacher, Grandmaster Ki-Wan Kim, many years ago. Now, Itchka-Botchka means win or lose, doesn't matter. You have to go. Live or die, doesn't matter. You have to go forward. It's sort of like the courage to walk into the midst of the storm, to face it head on, knowing that you might get hurt, knowing that something may happen to you, but you're going for it anyway. Now, an example of this, the best example that I can give, came from my days when I was a competitor. And it's obviously been a few years since then, but I was at a tournament in New York with a lot of famous black belt martial artists who were competing at the time, really highly skilled. And in fact, this was one of the largest tournaments that we would go to on an annual basis. And while I was at that tournament, there was one particular competitor that everyone had their eyes on because, you know, he had been to the Pan Am Games and the Olympic Games and was really a top level martial artist. And to be honest with you, I was a little intimidated. And I was a little afraid, and I was hoping that I didn't end up in the ring with them. But as luck would have it, in the second or third round of the tournament, there I am, we're facing off against each other. Now, again, I was intimidated. I was a little worried, and as the match started, you know, he was kicking and punching and spinning, and the only thing I was trying to do at the time, to be honest, was I was trying to block and protect myself to keep from getting hurt. Well, he came at me the first time, he came at me the second time, and I just sort of backed up and I blocked and got out of the way. Well, the third time he came at me, I was moving at a little bit of an angle, and he hit me. I blocked it, but it knocked me down, and it knocked me into the side judge where they were sitting in the corner, and the chair toppled over, and, you know, everybody around the ring was kind of laughing. You know, they could tell that I was intimidated, I was afraid. And all of a sudden, those words from Grandmaster Kim came back to my head. Itchka-Botchka, you must go. You have to have that warrior mindset. And I said to myself, okay, you need to dig in. You might get knocked out, but either way, you're not going backwards this time, you're going forward this time. And when we started going again, he started spinning and kicking, and I charged straight in with a reverse punch that nailed him square in the chest. And the flags went up, and I got the point. They said, let's go again. I lined up. He started kicking and punching. I stepped straight in again. I didn't move back. I hit him with another punch. I ended up beating him 2-0. And that concept stuck in my head. Itchka-Botchka. Don't back up, go forward. And as we go through the torrent that is this coronavirus, businesses closing, people being laid off from their jobs, losing their incomes, I have those same fears. I have that same sort of trepidation running through my head. What if our students don't come back? What if they're afraid? What if they're worried about the virus? What if they've been hurt so much financially they can't afford to come back? What if they've lost interest because we've been closed for so long? But really, none of that matters. Because at this time, I have to use that same concept, that same lesson, that same warrior mindset. Itchka-Botchka. You must go. Win or lose, doesn't matter. If we beat it, if Kicks Karate stays open, great. Kicks Karate closes, okay. But you can't be afraid. You have to march forward. You have to go forward. You have to go for it. Live or die, doesn't matter. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Itchka-Botchka. walking right into the storm. That's the philosophy. That's the mindset. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll talk to you again soon.